A warm, wonderful welcome. My name is Victor Zammit. I'm a retired attorney. I've been investigating the afterlife for more than 20 years using scientific method. Now, a number of people said to me, why don't you do something about the afterlife without religion? But first, I respect your religious beliefs because I know there are many millions of people who get a great deal of comfort from their religion. But science has taken over the investigation and study of the afterlife. We are informed that all people survive physical death. And afterlife investigators tell us that at the time of crossing over, at the time of dying, this is a matter of physics, not religion, because there are changes of vibrations. The forms are different, but not in substance. Now, you do not have to be religious to be spiritual. There are many millions of people who are not particularly religious. Most of them are even atheists and skeptics, and materialists even, who do a great deal of selfless service, which I call essentially spiritual work. Religions are man-made without proven authority. So now I have some critical information about the afterlife without religion. First, millions of people around the world see religion as superstition. This is because they say you need personal beliefs, you need blind faith, and nothing can be independently substantiated, and everything could be all wrong. Secondly, those who read the Old Testament will come across this notion that there's a God of war, a God of vengeance, a jealous God, a God who is into ethnic cleansing, a God who is into massacres, killing innocent men, women, and children. And then, of course, we have other radicals in other religions who just blow up innocent people. I'm referring to the suicide bombers, who we are informed are met by some 50 virgins in heaven. Read for yourselves. And another big problem why millions of people are leaving religion is because there are too many pedophiles in the Catholic Church. Not only in America, this is going all the way from North and South America and all over Europe, Italy, France, Germany, Austria, from Africa and all the way to Australia. This is doing enormous harm because people are saying, we are not going to believe anything that has been written thousands of years ago. They're saying we are not gullible, we are not naive. Especially writings thousands of years ago, nobody knows who wrote those writings. And so, we come to a situation where millions of people are saying, we want proof, we want objectivity, we want science. That's the only way we are going to accept anything about the afterlife. And I'm not saying these are just the atheists or agnostics. These include the millions of people who are leaving the church. So, this is where I come in. I am producing the proof, the objectivity, and the scientific evidence for the afterlife. Right? In my book, A Lawyer Presents the Case for the Afterlife, I have Scientists and the Afterlife, and chapter 25 about quantum physics and the afterlife. Scientists are saying, yes, we're investigating the evidence for the afterlife. And yes, we agree, we concede there is an afterlife. And my next point is very critical, because nobody, no one, no genius scientists, no genius materialists, certainly no genius closed-minded skeptic has been able to show where, when, how, and why the afterlife evidence cannot be valid. In fact, the scientists who investigated say, yes, it's valid. The evidence is valid. Finally, you will see on your screen the contents of my book I mentioned earlier about the afterlife without religion. I'd just like to remind you that I have a weekly newsletter, and I've had this for the last 10 years, every week, without fail, very successful weekly newsletter about the afterlife without religion. You can subscribe to it at no cost to you, but of great benefit to you. This is Victor Zammit, wishing you well.